Better stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop letting this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back. Get your lick back. If a nigga owe you something, ain't no chit chat. Better stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop letting this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back. I feel like I'm JX. J-Way. I'm a perfectionist. Adderall got me restless. I'm gone. Run with a wild crew, they get reckless. Young boy, come up off that neck. Into the trends. See you, Lee, be the band.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Corner to Copa. We got another player profile. And if you're watching on YouTube, we got this player up, his Prospect Savant page up on the screen. Y'all know that's my favorite page to work off of. But yeah, we got a prospect today that I feel like a lot of people that has kind of slipped through the cracks. A lot of nobody's really talking about him. But as you'll see, this is a player that made his debut back a couple years ago in 2024 when he was 23-ish years old. And yeah, he's a former first round pick. And he made his debut 2 years ago when we had that youth movement where we traded away Mark Canha and we DFA'd Gio Urshela. And he was actually our starting third baseman down the stretch the first time he went to the playoffs in 2024. Not the first time, but y'all know what I mean. And that's Jace Jung. Jace Jung is, as you can see, is a former first round pick. He was a 12th pick overall. And at one time, he was the organization's 7th ranked prospect. He might have been, I think he was a little bit higher than that. Obviously, he's, I don't think he's technically a prospect because he made his debut a while back. He was actually the starting third baseman going into the season last year as well. But yeah, Jace Jung is he was converted to third base when we invested in Cole Keith because he was initially at second base. And then we moved him over to third. And so he's been at third for a little bit now. But yeah, former first round pick, 12th overall. He's a power hitting corner infielder that has yet to in the little bit of service time that he's had has yet to put it all together. He has yet to hit a home run in a couple different seasons worth of at bats. But when you look at the analytics, I mean, the hard hit rate's there, the pull in the air rate is there, which is usually a strong indication of somebody that can hit for some power. Now he's hits for some power at the minor league level. I'll pull up his minor league stats in a little bit, but he's hit for power at the minor league level, but he has yet to hit a home run in his short major league career. Now he flew through the system. Made his debut after switching his position, and I think that he could possibly just need more at bats. The Tigers have been competing so much that they haven't had the ability to just let him play third. So we've had a number of different third basemen. We've yet to still find an everyday third baseman. You got McKinstry out there. You got Vierling that's gonna play some third base, and you also got Cole Keith, who has blocked him again. He was blocked at second. Obviously, we went out and got Gleyber Torres, so Torres is holding it down at second base, and now you got Cole Keith getting reps at third base. So he's on the 40-man roster, and in my opinion, I don't think I don't think that there's really a trajectory for him to get back into the fold of things. And we'll talk about that too. But you look at that analytics, the hard hit rate is there. The barrel rate is there. He walks a ton too. This guy gets on base. I think he had a 370 on base last year. So this guy walks a lot. He doesn't expand the zone, and he pulls the ball at a very high rate, suggesting that he could hit for some power, like I said earlier. You see the swing rate. He doesn't swing very often. He's very selective. And as far as how often he's swinging at strikes, he just average, he swings at strikes at an average rate. And then you see the Z contact and the Z swing. These are um, how often you make contact at strikes. Not a very fast guy, which is unfortunate with how much he gets on base. He, could have potentially been a better leadoff hitter, but you know, swings and misses quite a bit, and he strikes out quite a bit. So um, that's that. So that's the prospect savant page. Let's get to his minor league. Let's get to his minor league stuff. All right. So as I said, he's flown through the system. He tore it up at in Erie and in West Michigan. Had hit 28 home runs in 2023, which put him on a fast track to the major leagues. 2024 had another strong year, 15 home runs and 63 RBIs at the AAA. Was that AAA level? Yeah, went from Lakeland to AAA, and then and then part of 2024 he spent in the major leagues, which is why he didn't reach that that 20 plus home run mark in 2024. But like I said, he has not been able to translate that success at the minor league level to major league success. He walks a ton. He still doesn't expand the zone, so that's a peripheral that has translated over to the major league level, but he's not. It's all weak contact. He's not hitting the ball for power. He's not a great defensive third baseman. So you need some power at the corner positions. Like I said, he hasn't had a lot of at bats at the major league level, but the way the Tigers are at the level that we're competing right now, we can ill afford to bring him along slowly at the major league level. So he started with us at spring training, got sent down, and was down for pretty much the whole year. And he came back up. He was a part of some of the call-ups late in September. Still not a large sample size. But yeah, when you look at the minor league stats, 2025, 370 on base percentage. That's what you love about him. He also walks at a decent rate, 78 walks. Gonna strike out as well, but he's also gonna walk. And then he's hitting for power, 17 home runs, not too bad. At OPS of 817, slug of 447. The power is there. I didn't talk about this, but he did have wrist surgery on, I believe, his throwing hand. It's right-handed, of course, in the offseason going into 2025. So we thought that maybe, I think the thought was that once you repair the wrist, the power will return. The power was fine at the minor league level, not so much at the major league level. So let's pull up the major league savant stuff. Let's see. All right. So this is his short stint in 2024. As you can see, he only had 94 plate appearances, 79 actual at bats because the rest of those were walks. He did manage 19 hits, 240, not a bad average, and on base was good because he walks a lot. You see the chase rate, you see the walk rate, but no pop in his bat, none whatsoever. And it gets more interesting. We get to 2025, only 55 plate appearances, 47 actual at bats. Now, the reason why I say it's interesting, walk rate's still high, of course. The chase rate is still where you want it to be. Bat speed went up, which I believe is due to the wrist being, the wrist being repaired or having surgery on the wrist. So the bat speed is there, but he has not hit anything well, from fastballs to anything with spin. He just has not been able to hit at all. You see, sprayed a couple, got a couple, a couple line drives up the middle, a couple RBIs to the pull side. I mean, a couple hits to the pull side, but overall 106 average. The on base percentage dropped drastically. The slug dropped drastically. Everything did. 342 OPS. So this guy's 25 years old. He's obviously a former first round pick, but there's no indication that he's going to get any better. Right now, he's holding down a 40-man roster spot along with a couple other guys that a couple other guys that probably have more of an outside track to be the starting third baseman. They protected Hyu Lee they protected Hyu Lee in the Rule 5 draft. They also protected Trey Cruz, who plays some infield, as well as who else? I feel like there was another infielder. Well, obviously you got Kevin McGonigal, who's not on the 40-man roster, but we know we're going to see him this year. And then Max Anderson, who tore it up in Erie, as well as AAA, who both those guys played some third base. So you got a lot of players that are possibly more deserving of a third base slot than Jace Jung right now. I know they, love the fact that he was a, highly touted prospect coming out of the draft. He's hit well in the minor leagues, but it just hasn't translated. So, how long can you afford to hold on to a slot for him when you got guys like McGonigal and Max Anderson waiting in the wings? You could always open up a spot, moving Trey Sweeney for whatever he's worth. I know he plays a premium position, but you got guys waiting in the wings. And if you can attach Jace Jung with somebody else and go get a more reliable, a more reliable pitcher or a corner outfield or right-handed power bat or, just a right-handed contact bat, I feel like the Tigers should be inclined to at least consider that. Maybe somebody likes the upside of Jace Jung's talent, but it's tough to say if he has any value right now. I'm really not sure. But as far as, he's going to get every opportunity to, compete for that third base position. He was the starting third baseman coming out of camp last year, and he's on the 40-man roster. So you don't have to wheel and deal, move him around to put him on the 26 man. But I just don't know how long you can allow a guy, a spot to be taken by him when you got Max Anderson, you got McGonigal, waiting around. So I don't know. Kind of a mystery. I don't really see what what his long-term plans are, but we will have to see. Yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything. We took a look at his minor league stats. We looked at his prospect savant, and we also looked at his, very pretty small sample size of what he's done at the major league level. It's another year where we just don't have time to work around projects at the major league level. I didn't even talk about guys like Zach McKinstry, Javi Baez, Vierling. These are other guys that play third base that are kind of in front of him in the pecking order. So I don't know. Kind of a head scratcher for me. Maybe you guys have more of an insight or have more of an idea of what the plans are or what the what's realistic to expect from him. So comment below. If there are any other player profiles that you want me to, present, I can do that as well. But in the meantime, subscribe to the channel. Me and Coach should have a show real soon. I put out a snippet announcing the official trade of Justin Henry Malloy, which is yet another failed third base project, who's now on the move. So subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share it around. We'll be back soon with a full-length show. I'm out.
Get your lick back. If a nigga do something, ain't no chit chat. Better stay up out the way. Don't